Oh hey, it's Ashley Bragman here, your San Antonio realtor. So I realized something recently. I talk a lot about neighborhoods, coffee shops, and fun local things to do, but we've never really sat down and broken down the areas that truly define the life up here in the northern suburbs of San Antonio. So that's what we're gonna do today. I am taking you through 3 areas you absolutely need to know about if you're thinking about moving to the northern side of San Antonio, especially if you're looking for great schools, community, and that balance between convenience and hill country charm. Also, stick around because at the end, I'm sharing the one area that really completely surprised me when we started house hunting about a year ago. And spoiler alert, it's where our family recently closed on our new home. And I'll tell you exactly why it ended up being the perfect fit for us. But before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. What are you watching? Where are you watching from? And what's the #1 thing that you're hoping to find in your next neighborhood? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. All right, let's get started. All right, first up, Stone Oak. If you're researching San Antonio and you keep seeing best suburbs for families, you've probably seen Stone Oak listed over and over. And honestly, there's a reason. Stone Oak has been the place for years because it has everything you need right at your fingertips. It's got highly rated Northeast ISD schools. There are dozens of gated communities, and there's a ton of shopping and restaurants, and it's also quick access to 1604 and 281. It's clean, safe, and very suburban, like the kind of place where you can run to Target, grab a latte at Merit Coffee, and hit up the kids' soccer practice all within 15 minutes. When I'm showing homes here, I always tell clients, this is where convenience lives. You've got neighborhoods like Canyon Springs, Mesa Grande, and the Heights at Stone Oak that have that classic established charm. Mature trees, manicured lawns, and neighbors walking dogs in the evenings. I will say traffic around rush hour can be a little intense. If you're commuting downtown or to Lackland, it's something to plan around. But that's the trade-off for being so close to everything. There's also this nice balance here. It's suburban, but not cookie cutter, and you've got everything from newer modern builds to traditional 2-story brick homes. If you've got kids, Stone Oak Park and Panther Springs Park are local favorites. Plus, you're close to top private schools and the Stone Oak Medical District if you're in healthcare. Are you someone who loves being near all of the action, like coffee shops, schools, and stores? Or do you prefer a little more space and quiet? Drop your answer below. I'm always curious to see what kind of vibe people are going for. All right, so now let's head north just a little bit for a completely different feel. So #2 is Bulverde and the Spring Branch area, the heart of the hill country. Okay, so let's talk about Bulverde and Spring Branch. This is where the hill country really starts to show off. And honestly, this area has our heart. It's actually where we just recently closed on our new home. And every time I drive home and see those rolling hills, I remember exactly why we chose this area. You know, when you're just ready for a slower pace of life, that's what Bulverde and Spring Branch are all about. You will find master plan communities like Johnson Ranch, Bell Oaks, and Ventana, all designed for families who want modern homes but don't want to feel cramped between neighbors. Here, you'll get larger lots. Oftentimes, you can find half an acre or more in many of the places. Access to highly rated schools. Comal ISD is top rated. Mature trees and the hill country views. And in some areas, lower property tax rates than inside the city limits. One thing people always tell me they love most is how friendly everyone is. You're gonna see people driving in golf carts, cruising around the neighborhood, neighbors waving, kids riding their bikes to the playground. It's that old school community feel we were missing before. Weekends out here look like breakfast at Caffeinated or The Cup. Their cinnamon lattes are a must. Then maybe hitting the Bulverde Farmers Market or taking the kids to Jumbo Evans Park if we have a baseball game. You have access to modern conveniences, HEB Plus on 46, restaurants like The Branch or Achihuahua, Mexican cafe, and some cute little boutique. And once you turn off of 281, the drive home is so peaceful. If you're moving from out of state, what kind of lifestyle are you hoping to find? Do you want something that's quiet and nature-filled like Bulverde? Or would you rather have something more like Stone Oak? Let me know in the comments. I love seeing what attracts people in this area. Oh, and one more quick note. This area is booming. Builders are expanding fast. New shops are going in every few months, and it's quickly becoming one of the most desirable parts of the San Antonio metro. If you want that hill country lifestyle without being too far removed, this is the perfect middle ground. Okay, so last but definitely not least is Fair Oaks Ranch. Fair Oaks is that just right blend between convenience and calm. It's technically right between Boerne and San Antonio, and it's one of those areas that still feels like a private community, but you're only minutes from all of the good things. Picture this. You've got oak-lined streets, golf courses, and homes with big yards and unique architecture. If Stone Oak feels a little too busy and Bulverde feels a little too quiet, Fair Oaks will hit the right spot. One of the biggest draws is Boerne ISD. Families move here specifically for the schools. They're some of the most sought after in the region. You're also close to everything. You have La Cantera, the Rim, and all of the restaurants and entertainment along I-10, but still far enough out to skip that city noise. The Fair Oaks Ranch Golf Course and Country Club is kind of the heart of the community. Even if you don't golf, the social side is amazing. From brunches and live music to kids events, there's always something happening. This area has a really strong sense of community. Neighbors know each other, local businesses are family owned, and there's always something seasonal happening, like the Helotes Holiday Parade or the Boerne Market Days, which are both just up the road. Have you ever visited the area or spent time in Boerne or Fair Oaks? What did you think? Would you want to live in a community with golf club, resort style setup, or do you prefer something more low key? So there you have it. 3 areas that truly define life in the northern suburbs of San Antonio. Stone Oak, you have convenience and community. Bulverde and Spring Branch, you have the space, peace, and the hill country charm. And Fair Oaks Ranch is more like a luxury meets small town feel. If you're relocating to San Antonio, these are places that you're going to hear about again and again. And each one has its own vibe and lifestyle. I always tell my clients, don't just pick based on photos or builder incentives. Spend a weekend here. Drive through the neighborhoods, grab coffee, and see which area actually feels like home. If you want help narrowing that down, that is literally what our team does every single day. We help families relocate to San Antonio and find their perfect neighborhood fit. If you're planning to move soon, whether that's in a few months or even next year, you can click the link in the description below and book a call with us. We'll talk through your goals, your timeline, and what area might make the most sense for your family. I'm Ashley Brockman with A&T Home Group, powered by LPT Realty, and we'll see you in the next video.